the record should be put clear here. This narrative is obviously either by small-minded individuals, and it is far-fetched and devoid of truth. Because, and I want to state a fact here, that because over the years, under the leadership of the current government, which is the Swapo Party government, or the Swapo Party government, let me not even say current, because it is since 1990, since the gaining of our independence. Now, under the Swapo Party government, so many people from all walks of life and from different political affiliations have faced the law, and not just Swapo Party members. There are narratives that because there are individuals who engage in corrupt activities, therefore Swapo's name must be tainted as a corrupt organization. That is totally unacceptable to us as Swapo Party members. I can attest, because we as Namibians, the data, if we want, the statistics, if you go to the prisons in this Republic of Namibia, you would not only find those who are imprisoned being Swapo members alone. You will find different people that are serving imprisonment terms that are not from the Swapo Party. And therefore, I'm saying the narrative of obtaining the Swapo Party's name as a corrupt organization should actually be, that should come to an end in this Republic of Namibia. It is further important to reiterate that the party has made it categorically clear, particularly at a media briefing by the top leadership, that the party, now in regard to the so-called Fishrot, we have made it categorically clear. And I am referring here to a media briefing that was held here in this very same hall by the top leadership of the party, meaning the president, the vice president of the party, the secretary general, the deputy, and many other leaders who were present here, and has put the record clear that Swapo Party has never received funds from the Fishrot. And it was categorically clearly also stated that our audited financial statements are open for viewing, and that remains our position. And so there is no proof whatsoever that the party committed any crime in this case. And an individual, I repeat, an individual that is corrupt does not make Swapo Party to be a corrupt organization. People must differentiate between the party as an organization and individual members of the party. I think that ought to be clear. Now, as Swapo Party, we do not condone corruption. It was the Swapo Party, through its government, that has put in place instruments of combating corruption, such as the Anti-Corruption Commission. And the fact that the duo in question are in custody, facing serious allegations, is a clear testimony to our quest in combating corruption as Swapo Party government. This proves that our anti-corruption instruments are working, and as a party, we call upon all caring Namibians to become the vanguard of our democracy and good governance by reporting all the suspected crimes to the Anti-Corruption Commission and or to the Namibian police. It is not good enough to complain that our country, we of which all of us are part of that Namibia, that apparently Namibia is a corrupt country. If there are those that are engaged in those activities, please report them so that those institutions can do their work. Now, last but not least, dear Comrade Swapo Party leaders, Comrade Executive Director, and all Swapo Party members, supporters, sympathizers out there, the media representatives here, last but not least, the Swapo Party would like to reassure the nation that the values which have defined the Swapo for so long, such as the values of self-sacrifice, social and economic development, and the empowerment of our people, those values to us will continue in the hot pursuit of a just and economic empowerment of all the Namibian people. And I think that, of course, Swapo Party is saying we don't condone corruption, but you are saying, and we are saying we didn't benefit from the Fishrot monies, and I continue to emphasize and boldly say yes, that's what we are saying as Swapo. We brought in the issue of Honorable Nekundi, the Deputy Minister, and we also brought in the issue of our Secretary for Swapo Party Youth League, asking whether the party have asked them. Well, to me, this remains again allegations. And in my statement, I said Namibians should feel free to, if you are aware of any criminal, act or suspect any criminal kind of a thing, we have the institutions in this country, established, of course, by the Swapo Party government. And while saying so, I am saying that I know how media works, but I'm also saying don't put words in my mouth. The statement here is written. I have said the Swapo Party government created the Anti-Corruption Commission as an institution to deal with issues of corruption in this country. I didn't say Swapo. I'm very much clear that there is a difference between Swapo Party as an organization and the Swapo government. It is a Swapo government. We don't have a coalition government in Namibia. We have a Now, you further went to say, it seems when senior officials are involved, then Swapo is mute. My dear, I have in this statement, we are talking about Bernard Esau, who was a member of the political bureau, much senior than the two you are referring to. Nah? So, and really, it doesn't save anything for us to hit around the bush. So, I think my answer on your question number one there was clear. And then, so you also raised the issue of a Swapo MP and a Swapo Member of Parliament convicted. I'm happy you didn't mention any name, so I'm not going to dwell on hearsay. Maybe it's a hearsay, I don't know. You never mentioned any name. Anyway, that is it. Now, the party secretary general, again, I think we must be a bit cautious. If someone can allege, and I'm going to say it's allegation, that the Secretary General of Swapo Party organizing an event to celebrate, I want proof to that. I really want proof to that. Because to me, the Secretary General, being the third in hierarchy, cannot just be drawn in alleged stories of that nature. I'm sorry, my dear brother. Now, Daniel Nadunya, why long? Why have been taking long? I expected it anyway. I did expect such a question, because people always want to prescribe to Swapo maybe what to do, when to do it, how to do it, where to do it. Yeah, but to us, we reported the decision of the political bureau, or conveyed to the nation out there, in particular to the Swapo party members, so that their minds are cleared of what their elected representatives has in conjunction with the responsibilities as given by the party constitution has adhered to. Yes, the suspension or the issue of Comrade Bernard Eso, I refer to you the provisions of the article that says, as I have alluded to there. So, of course, it is in line with that the decision was taken. And now, what we did is what the party in itself, the internal, processes of the party, and by having looked into the internal issues of the party, it doesn't mean that we are unaware of the fact that, what, as you rightly said, one is not guilty until proven. We did not say that we have found him or we have charged him even. We actually only applied the provisions of the constitution of the party. Now, as party, that watchdog, the minister, I think the media must be well vested with the letter from the comrade minister, although I was not really going to go into this, but let me be humble enough. And I'm saying that, of course, the issue of the former Minister of Defense and Veterans Affairs, I have not known of any anti-corruption talks around there. But what has transpired is what we all know already via the media there, and what he himself has said, Now, whether the credit should go to Ampanda or not, my dear brother, whoever Ampanda is, that is not really my issue here. What I'm giving through is that we have a well-organized political party called the Swapo Party with its structures, organs, and that this very Swapo Party is the ruling or governing the party in the Republic of Namibia. Therefore, reference that I'm making to government institutions, processes, and systems that are in place. To me, Ampanda is not what is it? It's really something, it's a non-issue. Thank you very much, it's a non-issue. Now, Matthias, whether since that time only how many Politburo meetings held, I'm talking about processes. And I'm talking about a party that is based on the principle of democracy. So when we look at issues, deal with issues, we deal with them within those democratic processes of ours that we have. And it's not just to stand up and say today there is this provision, let us. No, we consider, we look at, and we say, well, fine. We have thoroughly looked at the matter, and there are these provisions that inform us, and the party is at liberty to take its decision. But the fact here is that we are within the provision that say if one misses 3 or more than 3, it says 3 or more than 3. You see? So there is no query about that one. Well, the there has been no dispute on whether or not the money was paid into a Swapo account. Once again, I'm saying I know the language of the media people, you know, but I can also vividly recall that the pressure here was for Swapo to say whether or not we received or we benefited. Actually, the term that is being used is to say whether Swapo has benefited from the Fishrot money. And that is what we have been answering all along, and that is what we are still saying. The story of twisting it to say whether it went through individuals and to Swapo way. Swapo have got, as I said, it's an organized political party. We have our own official, legally held accounts. And that is what we can refer to. And we are saying here, we are talking about Swapo and not individuals. That's exactly what we are saying. The party didn't benefit. I invite you while you are here in this building of Swapo, please don't go back. You are free to view the books of Swapo, and they are being audited. So what we are, the point we are making here is Swapo party, not individuals. You know.
What if I invite
it's like you have a house, you are a father, your child go out there, commit a crime, I cannot come and say, what's your name again? Matthias is corrupt, or you have raped, whilst it is your son that went and raped. That is the difference. Now, Sakeus
Ikela?
Yeah, my very son, as usual. Well, documents in public, that the two members, again, it's the same thing. I'm saying here we are talking about Swapo party. Individuals, we are 100% with you. We are saying as individuals, people can be corrupt. But Swapo party is not corrupt. And Swapo party has never. And for that matter, please, I want to call on those who are hell-bent on our president, His Excellency Dr. Hage Gottfried Gengo, to link him to this thing. The president has on several occasions been very clear. And I think his last position was that he would not want to engage in these things. They are already in the hands of the law, court, and let the court of justice pronounce itself. But what I'm saying, leave the name, the good name of our leader, His Excellency Comrade Dr. Hage Gottfried Gengo, in this thing of the Fishrot. Very clear. Don't crucify somebody for something he has not done. Yes. Now, the creation by Swapo, as I said, I was very clear. I didn't say ACC was created by Swapo. And I don't want you to go also and misinform the nation out today. Please let us carry out the message as is. I'm prepared to give you copies of my statement. And that is what you have to take to. Someone mentioned that it is difficult for you to explain. Don't go and explain. It's very clear here. It's in a flat language. So the laws can never be created to do what? To exclude or to what is it? The Swapo members. We all are dealt with by the same laws, the same. We all are equal before the law. So they cannot be laws made because they are made by Swapo government. They are to protect Swapo members. That cannot be, and that is not how it is in this beautiful Namibia, a country so